Tobechukwu Okafor. She is a graduate of microbiology from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Through this, she acquired research competence in food microbiology and African beer fermentation process. After Tochi's bachelor study, she worked in the food industry in Nigeria for about 4 years as a food safety and quality assurance professional. Here, she specialized in assuring food and water safety, microbiological analysis, continuous process improvement, and product development. Let me just add here, that's so fresh. The company I co-founded was one of the companies that Tochi worked while she was here in Nigeria. In 2019, she proceeded to the Netherlands to do her master's degree in food safety in the Netherlands under the Orange Knowledge Program sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Netherlands. Currently, Esther is one of the early stage researchers on a Marie Curie doctoral fellowship program from the European Union, working on novel technologies with a focus on food safety and preservation. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's give a warm welcome to Mrs. Okafor.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the nice introduction. Let me quickly share my screen. Yeah. So I hope everyone can see my screen. Hello?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, please.
Good. Thank you, Mrs. Balogun, for the wonderful introduction. I'm so happy to be here. And it's a privilege to share my little knowledge on this important topic. And I hope that at the end of my presentation, maybe one or two persons would take one or two lessons that they can apply to their life, and they can make something out for themselves. So my topic is developing self for future opportunities. And just to give a breakdown, I would start with my background because looking at when I thought about this topic and I sat down to meditate on it, I'm like, my background is a typical example of how have I gone from where I used to be to where I am now. And I thought about it and I said, it's simply thinking and developing myself for these opportunities. These opportunities did not just come to me by luck. I foresaw it, I wanted them, I desired them, and I worked towards achieving them. So I'll speak a bit from my background, and also when I'm talking about the topics, I would also take some key examples from my personal experiences. Then I'll move to what does it mean to develop yourself for future opportunities, then ways we can develop ourselves for future opportunities, and then I would conclude. And I hope after the conclusions, people can drop their questions in the Q&A session, and I will still be around to answer any question anyone would have. So my journey, I grew up in Lagos. I was born in Lagos, Nigeria. I live in Ikorodu all my life, so I'm not the Ajebo kind of person. And then I did my master's degree in my bachelor degree, between 2009 to 2014 at the University of Nigeria, where I studied microbiology. Microbiology wasn't my first choice. I wanted to do medicine and surgery, but I moved into microbiology. But along the line, I started loving microbiology and I decided to stay there. After 2014, I decided to start, after graduating, I got my first job at RevUp, where I was quality assurance for a water industry. And then after a year, I moved to So Fresh. So I worked at So Fresh between 2016 and 2019. And I worked under Mrs. Balogu and Mr. Goke Balogu, where I learned a lot and developed myself, not just within the sphere of food safety, but also in product development, strategy, continuous improvement. I decided to make myself a sponge to absorb as many skills as I can. Then after that, I knew that I didn't want to do my master's in Nigeria. So I moved I got a master's degree scholarship in 2019 to Wageningen University in the Netherlands. And this is where I studied for my master's in food safety under the Orange Knowledge Fellowship. So after 2021, I'm still very, I've always loved education. So I decided to do my doctorate degree. And here I am doing a Marie Curie doctoral fellowship at the University of Malta. So I'm speaking to you live from Malta. And also this PhD is in conjunction with the German Food Institute, where I research about new technologies that we can use to improve food safety and food preservation. So I will start today's topic by a saying by Louis Pasteur, who is early microbiologist. He said, "In the field of observation, chance favor only those minds that are prepared." As a scientist, when we go through experiments and we do things, for you to truly observe, for you to truly get answers, your mind has to be prepared. And my question for you today is, for you to develop yourself for future opportunity, where is your mind? What thoughts are in your mind? What are the mindsets that you've developed? I would take a key example from when I studied microbiology. When you study microbiology in Nigeria, it's like, oh, you can't do anything with this degree. You just work in the bank, or yes, if you want to work in the bank, fine. But what can you do with this degree? I started thinking and I said, no, I wanted to be a scientist and this is what I want. So your mindset is very key for you to develop yourself for future opportunity. I believe when you can change the mind, you can change the man. So what your mindset? And this will take me to this to the next part where it says your current state. What is your current state of mind? And you have to start from the point of introspection. Where do I want to be in the next 5 years? What skills do I need to get to my desired state? What are the gaps that would not let me get to my desired state? Are they your skills? Do you not have enough skills? Do you not have enough knowledge about certain things? It's more like a bricklayer, that a person that wants to build a house. You want to build a 5-story building. You need to count your cost. I need money for blocks. I need to pay the plumber. I need to do this. I need to build a structure. I need to get an architect who will draw the building of the house. You have to have all these plans in place and then build to finally build your desired house. So today, ask yourself, what is the current state I am in? Do a gap analysis of your life. Where do I want to see myself in 5 years? For example, I want to become a mechanical engineer. Where am I currently? I'm still a jambite. I am just writing my jam. So if I'm still a jambite now and I want to become a mechanical engineer in the next 5 years, what does it mean? It means that I have to pass jam. I have to get up to the cutoff mark. I have to get admission. I have to study well and then graduate. I have to get the relevant skills that makes me a good mechanical engineer. So you need to do a gap analysis of your life. The last speaker talked about introspection and self-awareness. And this is the key. You cannot get to your desired state without understanding where you are at your current state, and without understanding what you need to get in your current state to move to your desired state. So it is very, very key for you. And at this point, while you are thinking, while you are asking yourself the hard questions, I know you might come up with excuses like, oh, my background, I don't have the relevant support system. I don't have the money. I don't have the I don't have the money. I don't have the capability. I'm not good with writing. I am very shy. All these are excuses. And I feel that for everything you want to do in life, if you need to move out of your comfort zone, excuses will always be available why you should not move. So ask yourself, do I still want to remain in my comfort zone, or do I need to push myself? Many of the time, we're in a social media era where we see a lot of success story on social media. Nobody shares their failure story. Nobody shares how you see somebody win a 200 million scholarship and you're like, wow, I want to be like this person. But the person is not sharing the background of the process it took them to get to that point. So ask yourself, if you need to push yourself from your comfort zone, are you ready to do the hard work? If you need to develop yourself for future opportunities, you need to leave your comfort zone and you need to be ready to put in the work. So as you listen to this, I need you to reflect on all this. All of us desire success, but few of us are ready to put in the work to achieve that success. Few of us are ready to put in the work to become that future us that is already aligned for future opportunities. So first of all, you need to work on your mindset. And for this, I would pick myself as an example. When I finished my undergraduate in microbiology, I knew that I don't want to do my master's in Nigeria. I don't want to do my master's in Nigeria. And I want to do it abroad. But I don't have the money to sponsor myself abroad. So the only option for me was a scholarship. And I had no single idea of how to apply for a scholarship. My essay writing skill was zero. But I told myself, I'm going to put in the work. And between 2015 to 2019, I applied to over 40 to 50 scholarships. And in each of the process, I was getting no's. So imagine applying for scholarship within 4 years and getting rejection over and over again, over and over again. But what that process of failure taught me was, for each process I failed, I kept asking myself, what did I do wrong? Is it the essay writing part? I met people that are very good with essay writing, made friends with them, they helped me. So these are the things that sacrifices we need to put if we want to develop ourselves for future opportunities. So my speech is very short. I will just go straight to, how do I develop myself for future opportunity? Like we spoke earlier, have a vision. You've introspected, you've done a gap analysis of your life. You've decided that this is where I am, this is where I want to be. You've analyzed what skills do I need to get to where I want to be. Now you have to ask yourself the hard question. What do I want to accomplish? What are the vision? I would encourage you to write down your vision. Write down your vision of what you want to be, where you see yourself. And as a youth, I living in Europe for the last 5 years, I've seen the life we live in Africa and the life we live in Europe. I have studied the youth here and the youth back in Nigeria. And one thing I can say is that they explore different passion, different hobbies. We might not have the same opportunity, but in your small zone there, I want you to explore. Sometimes you might not even know what you want to be, but you can explore. Explore. If you have a passion for writing, please explore it. If at the point you explore it, you see it's I don't want to do this anymore, go into photography if that is what you want to do. Try to explore as much as possible. because I don't think that it is very easy to say this exactly is what I want to be. It is in the place of exploration you are able to create that vision or impact for your life. Then, secondly, is to create smart goals. A lot of us, and when I say smart goals, I say specific, measurable, achievable, realizable, and time-bound goals. Set smart goals for your life. I want to be able to learn this language. I want to learn French language in between an intermediate level to an advanced level in 3 months. So you can see this is a smart goal. There is a time frame. It is measurable. It is specific. And take daily consistent actions in line with your goals and your vision. Like I said, for you to move from your comfort zone to the zone where you want to develop yourself for future opportunities, you need to take daily consistent actions. You need to let that goal be written in front of you. The Bible says, put the goals on, write the goals and run with it. Take daily consistent action. The fourth is to develop relevant support system. There's an African proverb that says, if you want to go far, go alone. If you want to go well, go with others. So for you to get to any place in this life, you need relevant support system. This can be peer-to-peer, that is people that you share of your age, that you share relevant goals or the same goals. You can come together and develop a support system. During my scholarship application, I met a lot of people. I've never seen them physically, but we are all looking for scholarships. We are all hungry bachelor students that were looking for scholarship, and we created a WhatsApp group. And through that WhatsApp group, everybody in the group would always put in opportunities for scholarship, fully funded opportunities on the group. And then if you have an essay and you are not so sure of yourself, you can put your essay on the group and people would help you review it and make it look better before you submit. That was a relevant support system. And when I had rejections upon rejections, I always put it on the group and people would personally call me to say, encourage me. And that was the funniest thing was that it is in one of this session when I got a failure from one of my scholarships that one of them called me up and said, have you heard of the Orange Knowledge Fellowship? I'm like, I've never heard of it. It's like, oh, I have a friend that applied and didn't get it. Maybe you should apply. I applied and I got the scholarship one time. Compared to other scholarships I've applied over the years for 3, 4, 5 times. So it is in this peer-to-peer mentorship I got information that are relevant. Also mentorship. This could be people that have gone ahead of you, that have done those things that you want to do. You could link up with them on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on WhatsApp. Your social media handle should be used for something very key. I would also take another example. I wanted to apply for a competition between with the science communication organized by the British Council in the Netherlands. And I said, I want to do this. And I went on LinkedIn, look for a Nigerian that has gotten this same opportunity in this competition. I found the person and I went directly and sent a message. And like, I need you to mentor me on this competition. He agreed and I applied for the competition and I got in, fortunately, and I was able to improve on my science communication aspect of my work, which is now in my CV. So your social media handles, put it to good use. I got PhD opportunities through social media handles of professors. I write to them and say, I want to work with you. I like your work. And these are the skills that I have built over time. This brings me to point number 6, develop relevant skills, hard skills. In your field of study, when you've decided that this is where I want to be, say computer engineering, what is trending in computer engineering now? What is the future of computer engineering? For me, I might not be able to say for computer engineering, but I know for my field, for microbiology, there is movement of AI into food safety. There is movement of AI into food safety training. There is new bioinformatics into food safety. So these hard skills, ask yourself, how do I get these hard skills? Because the more skills you get, relevant skills in what you want to do, the more value you add to yourself. Next is soft skills. As much as you want to get the technical skills and all of that, soft skills are also very important. Your communication skills, your writing skills, your Microsoft Excel skills. For me personally, I don't believe that any graduate, a bachelor in Nigeria, should not be able to use at least Word, PowerPoint, or Excel, basic level. Soft skills. So for you to remain relevant, you need to continually upskill yourself. You need to relevantly add skills that are important. Networking skills. All these are skills that are important in the 21st century. And lastly is taking care of yourself. We want to achieve all the goals in life and all of that, but it's important that the body is the vehicle for all these goals. So please take care of yourself. Eat good food, buy from So Fresh, um, exercise, have enough sleep. So because without your health, you cannot develop yourself for future opportunities. And I would like to end with a saying that whatever you set your mind to do, just know that it is possible. So I will say thank you for listening, and I've offered my 2 cents. I will be anticipating questions so that I can elaborate more if you have any question. Thank you, Mrs. Balogun. Over to you.
Oh my goodness. Wow, please let's give a warm clap to Mrs. Okafor. That was very informative, insightful, and interesting. Just like the keynote speaker, there's something that personal stories, just does to what you have shared today. It helps us to connect deeper, into the message that you have shared. Thank you so much. And some of the insights from your speech that I am walking away with. I mean, there's this challenge around where is your mind? Where is your mind? When you can change the mind, you can change the man. That's supposed to get on sweet on X. Do a gap analysis of your life. What do you want to become? So that's a challenge to everyone listening right now, especially our youths that are still in school. What do you want to become in the next 2, 3, 5 years? And where are you now? And what skills, knowledge, attitude, network do you need to get you to your desired state? She also challenges to take personal responsibility for your life, drawing from her own personal experience and how she walked her way to where she is right now. Isn't it, inspiring that she, started from Nigeria. She used to live in Ikorodu, and now she is exploring, enjoying global opportunities just because she desired it so much and she went for it. Mr. Okafor also encouraged us to take care of ourselves. I am definitely the self-care queen, right? Taking care of myself is what I love best. So while we are chasing our dreams, working hard to get the best of grades from school, let us remember to do what? To take care of ourselves. Thank you once again for that very amazing speech.